Drew, thank you so much for the tier 1, man. Are you not watching ALGS? I'm gonna be honest, man. I don't even know what's going on for events today. All I know is I'm building a keyboard that I've been kind of like itching to build. It's the Aeroboard. I don't know, it looks cool because it can go plateless, and I kind of want to build a plateless board today, but what's up, Plips? How you guys doing, man? Oh, baby, been waiting. Mark, thank you so much for the tier 1, man. Come on, bro. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate the love. Rain Power, what's going on? Hori, how you doing? Shark, how you doing, bro? Dimu, how are you doing? Patches, Mandy, Moisty, how you doing? Dark Fush, Toby, how you guys? Dude, Toby, how you been, man? I feel like I haven't seen your name here in a little bit. Unless I have, then I'm going crazy, bro. Alex, you've inspired me to pursue the photography hobby. I'm looking at getting a camera next month. What do you plan on getting? Dude, if there's one thing I could like really vouch for in anyone's life, and you don't even have to have like creative bones. Like you don't need to, all right? You don't need to sit here and pretend like, you know, being creative has nothing to do with it. But even if you just start doing creative things, you don't have to be good at doing creative things. If you just start doing creative stuff, I don't know, man. I feel like it's so good for your mental. I'm not really a spiritual person, but like even for like just you, man, like your soul even, man. I just feel like it helps. It really does help a lot. I'm really wanting the Sony A6100. I don't remember too much about the 6100. Truth be told, if you plan on doing it for photos, Sony has some really cool stuff. If you really want like my quick little rundown on cameras, Sony has a more digital, like analytical approach to photography, I feel. Now everything can be edited in post, but right out of the camera, my experience with all my Sony cameras, I've had about 3 Sony bodies, all very analytical, all very like pixel, well, depending on the lens, very like pixel perfect. So if that's the photography style you're going for, Sony's great for that. There's other cameras that do other things. Like I feel like Canon has a good mix of everything. Same with Nikon. Nikon's a good mix. Well, again, Sony's a little bit more clinical to its approach to photography. Then I feel like things like Fuji and some of the more artistic stuff leans more to artistic. And you're not going to get that super clinical approach out of Fuji, even if you wanted to. God damn, that was a good sneeze. How do I fix one spacebar fitting on a keyboard but not fitting on the other? Wait. Do you mean like the sides, Vincent? Or do you mean just like one fits on one and one fits on another, like 2 separate keyboards? I'm a little confused by that one. 6700 is out of my price range. I don't even know how much that's gonna be, but let's go, gang. What's going on, dude? Cool story. Thank you so much for the Prime, man, for 22 months.
Bless you.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that, dude. Avo. I don't think it's gonna read that, Avo. I don't know why. I just don't think it's gonna. Pog, you the most wholesome streamer ever. Poppy, love you, uwu. I don't know, dude. There it goes. So nice.
Pog,
I'm wrong.
you the most wholesome streamer ever. Pappy, love you, you woo.
I'm wrong, dude. But yeah, the Fuji X100V is my dream camera. Bro, I think a lot of people here can also agree. It's all of our dream cameras. Like, everyone bought them. Like, that camera there was so elusive to get. It was kind of it like still is. It's kind of annoying. Like I ended up going for a Ricoh GR3X in place of the Fuji. I wanted a pocket camera and I thought the Fuji would be great. But yeah, man, that camera there, what a crazy camera. That whole like lineage. I hope that like people look back at this whole like Fuji X100V experience and realize that like people are after character, like people are after like some sort of like umph in their shots. So I don't know, man. Hi everybody, how you guys doing today? Bro, I went to look at the Fuji again yesterday. How much was it? I don't know. I don't think the Fuji X100V is being produced anymore. I don't know if it is or if it is just to fulfill back orders, but man, that's too expensive. Like the prices people are asking for those Fuji 100Vs, like even on aftermarket and all that, it's too crazy for me, dude. Come on, light. Is my battery dead here? What the fuck? Hello? I think my battery on my remote's dead. There it goes. It wasn't pushed in enough. I did it. I may trade my X100V once they confirm the next version. Dude, the next version's gonna be crazy too. Guys, look what I'm using today. Look what's on my desk. I'm bringing back the moon tower for a little bit. I thought it'd be a pleasant surprise on the desk today. Hello, Alex. Wanted to build a Zoom 65 V2 for a friend. The spacebar stab was so sluggish until I loosened and retightened the housing with a spacebar attached. I mean, that could have just been the spacebar stab sitting on a slant, or just some sort of, I don't know, some sort of angle where it wasn't that great. So it could be a number of things. When I talk about spacebars, I always say, like, just make sure you install everything right. There's so many things that can go wrong with the spacebar stabilizer. So many things. The strawberry wine switches. No, I've been meaning to try those. Those are on a soon list to try. I have a lot of switches I want to try. I actually have a little list on my notepad of all the things, like the strawberry wine switches. I think there's some other KTT switches on there too. But we're using cherry blossom V2s today, which this is also on my list of stuff to try. This is something I've been itching to take a look at. These look super cute, and apparently, well, I did test them in hand. First of all, so cute. But the stock lube on these is very impressive. I actually opened these up the other day off stream. That's why the box is already open. I think I showed you guys on stream too. I took a look and they're pretty good. Like, they're pretty good stock. SSW on plateless ARC is fantastic. Man, are they making more of the ARC keyboards? Do you guys know? The ARC is such a good board, bro. It is. The board we're building today is plateless too. Well, it can be plateless. I'm thinking we do it plateless. Is it just me, or does Alex's hair look super amazing today? Okay, the only reason it might look super amazing today is because I actually put effort into it last night because we had to go to a wedding.
What a great way to start Sunday
Hey,
morning.
Star Fox, thank you, dude. So I actually had to, like, do my hair yesterday, but that's very rare. I am not a person to sit in front of the mirror and beautify myself. I don't know, man. I get antsy to leave. I got like a pimple and stuff too, though. I get antsy to leave. Like, I don't like it. I don't know. I just don't care. I don't know. I really don't. The only thing I'm like self-conscious about is like if my beard's even. That's it. Does Alex dance? It wasn't really a wedding to dance at. I mean, I think there was dancing, but honestly, I was really warm last night though. I think I should have wore something a little bit lighter. I was too hot. And when I don't know, man, I didn't want to go like too ham on moving around. So at one point I was just sitting down just to like try to cool off. Yeah, it was not pleasant temperature wise. Next in line for Vertex is Angle 65. People saying 1 to 2 months if anyone asks. Oh, that's cool. Alex is always too hot. Please, bro. Oh my, what'd you guys do this weekend? You guys doing anything cool? Or did you guys do anything cool? It's odd how Switch packaging has changed. So many boxes you have to pull out. Prefer a jar. Same here. If people just give me a jar, it's easier storage. The one thing I don't like about Switch boxes like this, hear me out. If you put 3 or 4 switches back into the box, you don't know how many are in your box. Was there a sticker in here? There was a sticker in here. You don't know how many are in your box. You gotta like constantly open it. With a jar, you have constant, like a clear jar, you have constant like view of how many switches you have left. Went to a Jamaican BBQ yesterday with live music. Ooh, that sounds nice. I'm not gonna lie, a barbecue sounds great today. I got wisdom teeth out and built the Zoom. What a combination. Wait, I'm surprised you had the energy to do a keyboard build. Did you do the wisdom teeth removal first, then the keyboard build? Man, that is pretty crazy if you did that. Or did you do the keyboard first, then the... That was... Do you not build a Zoom after your wisdom teeth is taken out? Wisdom teeth first? What the... Don't they like put you on like a whole bunch of drugs and stuff after that? I had the option to remove my wisdom teeth, but I never did. Also, you know what I did today, guys? I lowered my monitor like 3 inches And I kind of feel like this is better already. Like, I had it eye height, like exactly, but I lowered it about 2 or 3 inches below eye height now, and I kind of feel like this is a little bit more comfortable to look at. I have my wisdom teeth surgery next Tuesday. I wish I had my Moto Envoy to build while I recover. Damn. I don't know, man. That sounds like another day's task for me if I had to get mine removed. I mean, as long as you're on painkillers, it gives you something to do. I suppose. Just don't. Hey guys, I probably wouldn't solder or nothing. I think that's a hot swap board, but I probably would not solder. Ooh, look at that moon tower with the key mat upside down and everything. Okay. Aeroboard 65 plus 5. It's an interesting layout for this board too. This is not the Optimus edition or the Prime edition. That edition looks super cool. If you guys have not seen this board has like a Transformers unofficial edition called the Prime edition, which low-key looked pretty hot. I've never opened this yet. Oh, there's a guide? Okay, what's all this shit? What the? Oh, these are the gaskets. Well, I guess they all kind of fell out. Okay, put them back in here for a second. Let's take them all out here. Nice presentation. I think this is fundamentally flawed, taking this out. Interesting gaskets. This keyboard's definitely piqued my interest though. It's interesting layout, interesting build design. Has a little interesting kind of gasket, kind of O-ring thing going on too. Whoa. Wow, it has like a full-on build guide. Oh, wow. I don't know. Oh, that's neat. Are these for the screws and stuff? Do you just have to unscrew them here? What is this for? Interesting. I don't exactly know what this is for, but got some different Allen keys. I think this is supposed to be like a little plastic prying tool. All right, I don't exactly know what this is for, but why does it seem like the contents were packaged upside down? Maybe. I'm not sure. Oh. I feel like there needs to be a sheet underneath to kind of lift with you here. Or maybe I'm supposed to just remove this. Maybe I'm actually not supposed to remove the foam. Maybe that's why it seems like it's a little bit backwards. So nice.
It has been so long since I've been able to catch a stream.
Regalicious? Dude, I saw you DM me. I need to go and respond to you soon. I'm assuming these are both different durometers or different hardnesses for the silicone O-rings here. All right, next up we have a plate. I don't think the box is upside down, guys. I think I'm just removing it maybe a little bit inappropriately. So this is an FR4 plate. Now, there's a reason why it has a lot of cuts in it. I don't necessarily agree with having all the cuts in it, but ultimately it doesn't. Having a plate with lots of cuts versus no cuts, it does alter the sound slightly, but it's not as drastic as a PCB. So this is not as offensive to me. When it comes to plate design, I don't mind this. I'm actually gonna put everything on this piece of foam here. I think that works. Then we have a foam kit, it looks like, with ribbon cables. I'm not loving ribbon cables already. I can already see that it has those. What's this? Okay, I don't know what some of this stuff is. There's like a short ribbon cable. Yeah, I'll have to look at the build guide for some of this stuff here. Yeah, the PCB does have lots of meme cuts. I'm not positive if this is gonna have a version without, but I'm still thinking we build plateless for this. I think we avoid the plate. So here's where it makes sense, right? Because if they had just left all of the sides to do what they need to do here, like everything mounts from the sides. I think there might be a different PCB for a plateless though. I'm not too sure. I have to double check. But interesting design. We'll see. We'll see how this sounds. I'm still probably gonna see if I can build this plateless. I'm pretty positive I can still just use this PCB for plateless. But we'll see how it all feels and stuff. Is this hot swap? Oh, it is. It's a hot swap PCB. You know what? I really like the color of this PCB too. Very pretty. What kind of options do we have? Ooh. We have some split spacebar options. That's cool. Very neat. We have different caps lock. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I like the color of it. Looks nice. We have, tape mod. In case you guys want to do a tape mod for the back of the PCB. All right, can we get a quick shorts check? I'm just wearing gray shorts, Burbs. Mr. Otos, Otos, how lovely you look today. I want to give you a nice kiss in the forehead and a slap on the butt. Burbs, I was thinking about you yesterday. I gotta talk to you later. Gotta talk to you later, my friend. How romantic, bro? It's not sussy. I want to talk to him for something else. They got deep really quick. Hi, Seth. How you doing, man? The board looks wild. I'm excited to see what this board looks like. I got the white one, I think. Oh. I like the way this looks. Wait, this is kind of neat looking. Oh. That is, I don't think this is white actually. I think this is more of like a cream. Wait, this is really nice. That is a very pretty side profile. Oh, the front has some character too. I don't mind this. I think it's a little overdone, a little too many embellishments for me in the front, but I still don't mind that. I like the little side grate over here too. This is really pretty. And it has like I think this is like a purple. I don't think it's exactly, I think it's like tinted purple. And I think these are like a window for our LEDs and stuff like that. So we're gonna have some accent. Oh, this is really pretty, guys. Some foam fell out. Oh, the top is really nice too. That is pretty. Promise to play some Zelda with my boys, bro. Take care. Enjoy Zelda. Hope the family's well, man. They have an Optimus Prime colorway. Dude, I kind of low-key wish we got to see that one there, but it's okay. Interesting. Okay, you guys can't really, maybe you guys will be able to see. There's like a ribbon cable that kind of goes to the back there. I think that's just for the daughter board. Man, this is kind of weird. So, okay. I'm not, hit my glasses. I'm not too sure the internal structure for this. If there's like LEDs. Does it do anything if I plug it in right now? No, I guess I have to plug in the PCB. I just wanted to see if there was like a separate thing for the LED and stuff. Interesting. Very, very interesting. They already have a ribbon cable kind of installed there too. Cool. This is really pretty. I really like this. This is a very, very pretty keyboard. Will it sound and feel good? I have a feeling like my expectation of this is it's gonna sound okay. Hopefully it proves me wrong. I have a feeling this is gonna feel outstanding because of the way it's designed with its gasket system there. But my God, I really like this side profile. It is nice. How's my day going? It kind of just started. I was at a wedding last night, so I don't know. I was out a little bit later than normal. Actually, I'll put this to the side too. So it kind of just started. I really have no like ups and downs of today. I guess this feel of 10 out of 10. Sound might be maybe in the middle, but we'll see. Also, I don't know if this is a 1.2 mil PCB or not. It kind of feels like it might be. So I'm gonna have to go get some 1.2 mil stabs. I am not sure though. It didn't come with any. Innovative dual ring leaf spring mount. Leaf springs are the same length but with staggered position. Okay, that doesn't really matter to me. Customized pour on. Oh yeah, the other thing that I read on this as well. This is a nice feature to have. Dude, this needs to come back to keyboards as well, bro. Let me show you guys this. They have areas where you can kind of go in and put your stabilizers and edit your stabilizers afterwards. So everything should be, in theory, because I was watching the little video prior to streaming, everything should have enough space to kind of like add and take away stabs just in case, which I think is a good design, personally. Okay, I'm gonna try with the 1.6 mil, or the 1.6 mil stabilizers. If that doesn't work, I'll have to go get some different stabs. Why isn't that the norm? People say it affects sound profile, but like I kind of hard disagree. The side profile looks very Alexotos to me. What's up, Tyler? How you doing, man? Oops, upside down. Okay, we're gonna just see if this fits. I don't know if it will or not. What's up, Durian? How you doing, man? No, this is 1.6. All right, I have to get some 1.6 stabs. This is not gonna work with these. Or 1.2 rather. My mistake. All right. I didn't see any notes about it. That's why I didn't know beforehand. I should have preemptively got both of them. One sec, guys. Oh. I just tried some GMK stabs. I'm gonna double check with these two just to make sure I don't want to like jump to conclusions. Doing great, moving houses soon, so busy packing with your stream in the background. Is it a big move? Are you moving far away? Is it like within the city? How is that gonna go? Double check with this guy, see if this works okay. Yep, it is 1.2. So it is a 1.2 with lots of flex cuts, in case anyone was interested in knowing the specs on that. So let's lube up our stabs though, and let's see what this is gonna sound like at the end of the day. Also on the Sunday chore train, Sundays are good days to do chores, man. Because you can't really stay out too late, because I think the majority of everyone here, including myself, like we all work tomorrow. Like it makes sense, right? I feel like it's been forever since Alex used QMX. I have one pack, so we'll use him soon. Different city, but whole family moving. Should be smooth with moving company. I heard someone scream outside. It was unsettling. Yeah, dude, I need to do a moving company next time I move too. It was me? Huh? What's up, Geoff? How you doing, man? Elquan, what rank are you in, what rank are you now in Apex, bro? You gotta fill me in. Glad to catch you on my day off in 12 days on. Oh my god, that is a lot of days on. Are you in, Zach, what do you do again? I'm sorry if I've already asked you this. My memory is always a little bit terrible all the time. He's here. And now, actually, does this use 7? It does use 7. Oh yeah, the other thing about this board too is it has Bauer style blockers. So it has like the symmetrical blockers for a 65. Then it has like a little macro. The layout's nice on this, man. Like, if this ends up sounding really nice, even with the flex cuts and all that, like, there's a lot of cool things to like about this board. I'm excited. I'm excited to build this. I'll be using movers next time. I'm tired of it. Yeah, I think at the end of the day, like the time that you save and all that stuff, so much more worth it. Is that a brown or a red? Brown or red? Brown or red? For which what do you mean, Skull King? Okay, cool. We got everything. Let's start lubing these things up. Got my brush on the keyboard. I would say it's more of like a. Someone said mangosteen. Someone said it's more like a. It's like a dark purple. I would say it's like a. Yeah. I don't know if I'd call it mangosteen. I think mangosteen is a little bit more red to it. But, dude, I really want to try a mangosteen or whatever they're called. We got to try one recently, but it was like a bit too ripe, so it was a bit sour. But I've heard they're really good. I said mangosteen? Yeah, what's up, V-Dub? Gotta head out, have a great stream. Mandy, have a great day today. I've tried dragon fruit again last night too. That's okay. I feel like dragon fruit's a little overhyped. I don't know why everyone hypes it up so much. I think right now my favorite fruits, Kopi. I hate to do this to you. I don't have those keycaps with me. I took that photo at my parents' house. It's still on a wall at my parents' house as a joke. Do you want any other keycaps today? Or else I would 100% jump at the chance of using those. I just don't have them with me. I don't. Gregory? No, I can't do Gregory again today. Kopi, what do you want? I'll give it, just because I don't have those with me, I'll give you the option. If you want to use Greg, we'll use Greg, but you get to pick. I haven't even taken the pick yet, Jeff. I gotta pick it. I gotta take it soon. Man, I've been getting so much shit for putting that picture up with the hentai keycaps, the Hego keycaps, whatever they're called. Everyone's been on my case about that, bro. What do you say, chat? Oh boy. Guys, I honestly, listen, I'm not gonna advocate against Jeff or for Jeff. But Jeff really likes Gregory, all right? So keep that in mind when you remember Jeff's bias, all right? I will say Future Funk. I don't have him here with me, guys. I unfortunately don't. Beige Gregory? Voir? I think I might have another purple set if you guys are interested in that. I gotta go grab it from the front, but... Deepwell? Deepwell could look really nice on this. Ultimately, up to Kopi. It was Kopi who redeemed it. Yeah, Kopi's choice at the end of the day. Yeah, people said that I shouldn't have posted those keycaps on my Instagram. You know what's funny about that, guys? If you want to know some actual stats, I actually lost followers because of that post. But I thought it was so funny, man. I was like, you got something orange, like your fancy shorts? I have... The only orange set I really have is Grand Prix. And then the only other one I have is Kaiju. Post what you like. Yeah, I've been doing that. A lot of people on Instagram and like all these other social media apps, they originally followed me, like, well, not originally, but like recently they followed me just because of the short videos. And I don't do many short videos anymore because I find them painfully boring. And then also I don't really want to like contribute to like, you know, I don't want to condense what I'm doing into 1 minute because I think it's like kind of goes against what I want to do. Like it's supposed to be like an hour or two experience building a keyboard and enjoying your time and I don't know, contributing to that like ADD kind of machine that these shorts are. Like, dude, I 100% also have an addiction to watching some of these things sometimes, but I don't like it. It's the engagement. If you like something you see way more of, to be honest. Yeah. What plate is that? There's an FR4 plate. I'm not sure if we're using the FR4 plate today, but we'll see. I think I kind of want to build this plateless. It has the option to be built plateless, so let's do Boring Yard. Yeah, I got Boring Yard. Where is Boring Yard? I think it's on another key. Yeah, I got it. We'll use Boring Yard. I put it on the Haven. I already took all the photos for that, so I'm down to use Boring Yard, Kopi. Kopi has spoken today. Boring Yard, best yard? True. It's actually true, dude. It is the best yard. Kopi has spoken. I saw a TikTok of someone sound testing 60 plus boards at a meetup in like a minute and it was just overwhelming. Yeah, I don't know. It kind of goes against what I think keyboards are supposed to be. That's why I slowly stopped doing them. The only short videos I'll do is me talking about something now or me like building a keyboard in like a minute. But I don't know, doing like the whole like sound test every 10 seconds, it's just not really for me. And I get some people probably found me through those and really like the content, and I get that. But it's just not content I want to do, like if that makes sense to you guys. I like smaller TikTok shorts like Rice Cloud or who do cute little builds and tests. Yeah, I think that there's some character to it for sure. But the stuff that goes like really popular, it's like, does your keyboard sound like this? And it's like this. It's like, that's all they do. I don't know what button I clicked here, but, and it's just like really boring. Like, where am I going? really boring like little videos, and it's like it doesn't prove anything, and it's just to get engagement. It's just engagement farming. The sound tests are nice though, because I hear what I like and I go deeper dive into it. Yeah, there's definitely that side of things too, but I definitely think there's a whole experience to keyboards that's deeper than just sound tests. It's also why I don't do any sort of 1 minute sound tests anymore, period. Like, I do not touch sound tests on YouTube. The only thing I will produce on YouTube now is actual long videos, tutorials, and hyperlapses. That's it. The 1 minute videos do nothing for the hobby, I feel. Like, it just gets people like all riled up about sound, and then it gives you the illusion that your keyboard can sound exactly like someone else's when there's so many variables. Do you find Instagram Reels videos compress sound quality? Yeah, sometimes it even happens like when I post our novelty stuff. Steven, the motion designer, will be like, Alex, this one here, the video, like I don't even know what I'm doing wrong. Like the sound sounds awful on this one. I'm like, there's no option for me to upload this differently. So I agree. Sometimes it just destroys sound quality. I find it's more on Instagram though. TikTok's not as bad for it. To ship my PCB? How long has it been, Dane? Has it been a while, or? Usually they're pretty good. Everything gets done within 3 to 5 business days. The amount of times I've been sent to a TikTok with someone saying, I want this, they're almost detrimental to the hobby. I wouldn't say they're necessarily, like, people that want things in the hobby are necessarily detrimental to the hobby. Like, here's where I think it becomes a little bit dicey, is it'll never sound like that. Exactly. The Zero Exponential, thank you so much for the tier 1 for 15 months, dude. It'll never sound like that. And people then go out, they'll buy their stuff, it won't sound like that. And I've seen this 1,000 times. And then they get all pissy about things. And this was kind of, for anyone who kind of remembers, there was a point in time where really the only content creation that was being done for keyboards outside of live streams was 1 to 2 minute sound tests on YouTube. And that was it. There was no other real like at-length keyboard content, with maybe the exception of Tay Keyboards doing stuff for himself. And Hamaji, I would say. And what's up, Slurpless? Hey, husband, handsome? It's okay, same thing. So it kind of leads you into this point of like, you're not actually getting the thing that you think you're getting, which I think is detrimental. Gooby Gabbin, what's up, man? Thanks for the prime. I appreciate you, dude. The autocorrect threw me under the bus. It's all good. I miss Hamaji. Bro, Hamaji posted a picture this morning. I don't know if it was this morning, but sometime in the last 24 hours. Bro, Hamaji's looking buff. Hamaji's kind of looking like not even a snack at this point, but like a full course meal, bro. Hamaji's like, he's looking good health right now, man. It's crazy. It's crazy, dude. Giga Chad? Yeah, he's kind of Giga Chad right now. It's crazy, dude. I go on vacation for a week and a half and the Otos Envoy is gone. Just for today. I decided we need to mix it up today. I wanted to use the Moon Tower since I haven't seen it on my desk in a little while. So that's where we're kind of at today. Can't compare to your bun. Dude, Hamaji, I need to actually, I want to talk to him about like what he's doing for his workout. Yeah, he's in good health. I hope so. It looks like it. Everyone already said it, Seth. You can say it if you want. If you really want to. CosFox Voyagers have such a nice feel to them. Yeah, they're nice. They're a really nice Switch. All the CosFox stuff is kind of low-key underrated. Bro, I've had popcorn kernels stuck in the back of my throat for like 36 hours. Oh man, that's like the one nasty thing about popcorn sometimes. Even like the kernels sometimes get like lodged in your gums. And they're so hard to get out, bro. It is crazy. I've been in really good shape lately too. Just feel like I got ran over by a bus. Wait, just feel like I got ran over by a bus lately? Or are you just tired? Or are you just like sore? Everyone beat me to it. No, you can still say it, man. I want to feel like I got ran over by Alex. What the hell, Avo? Have you been hanging out with Burbs? Huh? Constantly sore and never goes away? I mean, that's okay. It's not a bad... If it's like a good sore because you're working out, that's not a bad thing. Oh my god, Kate. Let's not get too sussy on a Sunday morning, guys. Let's not get too sussy on a Sunday morning. Save that for Tim's stream. If he ever streams. I don't know if that guy does anymore. He streams once a week with me, do a podcast. That's it. Sussy Sundays, let's go? No, I don't think Sussy Sundays should be a thing. Tim retired? Legend has it, Tim went on a walk and never came back. If you guys want to know that joke, I would suggest go watching the podcast from last week. Glarses was on it, and same with Kiwi. But we learned that Tim basically lives 15 minutes away from a grocery store and says that's too far of a walk for him. So I didn't know 15 minutes was a long walk, but Tim seems to think so. So Glarses challenged him to try walking there one time, because Tim doesn't get a lot of steps in his day. I don't think 15 minutes is a long walk. I really don't. I think like if you need to go 15 minutes to go pick up a few things from a grocery store, and it's not like a whole crap ton, right? Maybe it's like a few things, like a bag's worth, and then 15-minute walk back. I don't think that's too bad personally. I used to do it all the time when I was living at my parents' place. The walk was about 15 minutes to get to the grocery store. I did it all the time, dude. He said he was going to get milk to spill on his keyboard. True. Hydrate. I got you. I got too many steps. This week I've been great with steps. Hello, bro. New to your stream. Ordered a Sonnet. In one of your VODs, you mentioned that you used a plate foam under the case foam. Do you use something with the foam, or do you just put... Nope, just put it directly underneath. So what I do is instead of putting the plate foam or any foam in between the PCB and plate, you just kind of lay it down on the bottom. You put those little tabs for the ISO top mount on your PCB or your plate. Basically, you put it into the top frame and lay it down on the foam and you're good to go. I find it works way better than the silicone stack mount that they offer. The stack mount, I mean, it might be some people's cup of tea. It's not my cup of tea, but it's a little too much for me. A little too flattened of a sound signature, I suppose is a good word. Don't forget to take the tabs off of the PCB. Did Frank build this? What did Frank think of this board? Yeah, we got to take off all these little tabs. I'll do this in a bit. So I have a question though, Dane. I also see tabs here. Am I taking those off too? Did Frank take these little ones right over here? Do I break these off too? It looks like I do because I see the mouse bites on it, so I'm pretty positive I take those off. I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty positive. KTT Rose or SB Star Meteors? I would go with Roses. It's not as loud of I guess an option, but I don't think so, just the outside. Then why would they put these here? I feel like these are supposed to snap off, and I'm not sure. I'll look in the build guide after he put in all the stabilizers. Did Frank use any foam in his? I'm genuinely curious now. The Peach Blossoms or the Peach Bloom switches, whatever they're called, they should be in stock soon, I think, or up for group buy or something like that, but I didn't hand lube them. I inspected them before stream, actually a few days ago, and they actually felt really good in hand. So I'm confident that they'll sound good in the keyboard. It might be one of the few switches that sounds really good in the keyboard without having to really worry about lubing them. Take care, Durian. Enjoy the rest of your day, dude. Another hydrate? Got you guys. Serica will look great on a cream-colored board, yeah. I think so. Interested in this board myself? This is like one of the boards that Click Clack has sent me that I've been genuinely interested in all their stuff. Like even the Cycle 7 seems really cool. But I think this is the most interested of all the boards I've ever seen from them so far. Zach wants a compliment. Zach, you know what else I'm really interested in? Finding this connection, all right? Me and you, buddy. I hope you're having a great day today, man. If no one's told you, proud of all the work you've been putting in, dude. And I hope that the rest of your Sunday goes great. And I hope this week here, if you have any dreams, any sort of goals this week, you're going to reach them all, bro. I know it. You can do it. You don't even need me to tell you that. Thanks for being here, though, Zach. Really appreciate you, dude. I love my Arc 60, so I am down for this. Yeah, I'm kind of hoping this gives me like an Arc 60 kind of feel because the Arc 60 was awesome. Good little keyboard. Gonna go make lasagna later because proper feeling comfort food. Ooh, that does sound pretty good. Actually, what do I want for dinner tonight? You guys got any good dinner suggestions? We actually may go to a computer store today because my girlfriend, I learned today that she doesn't have an NVMe drive. And I kind of want to go get her one. She has a solid state, but I kind of want to get her just a small little NVMe to put the operating system on. And then I may also get her, she's been kind of hitting the same issue I did with the AMD stuff, which is the AMD CPUs. I don't know if it was just that generation of stuff. They cause some, when streaming, seems to be just that. Mr. Simon, oh my God, Hobby is doomed. Cycle 7. Oh yeah, I heard you. Did you like it, Simon? I just got mine in. I'm kind of hoping I really like it. There was another board I got recently in too, Simon, that I thought was really good. Where did I put it? It was the Molly 60. It's like a $99 kit. It was so good. And it comes with like tons of colors. I'm excited though. I just got it in. So pretty pumped up to go look at that one there. Literally small makers are fucked. I don't know if small makers are fucked. I mean, I still think there's another side of the hobby where people kind of look for, yeah, I don't know what this PCB is. Don't ask me any. But I think there's still a small side of the hobby where people still appreciate some people's designs. I mean, I think there's always going to be that side of the hobby. It's unfairly good. Well, I'll be doing my stream for that next week, I think. So hobby is doomed, though. I mean, that's interesting, though. That's a good thing, right? The high end is fine. The PCB is post Cycle 7 keyboard
less
hobby.
than 3.
Potenza, thank you so much for the tier 1, man. Do you think 8008-2 Pink Rama would go with Monokai material? I don't know. I don't think so. I think the grays would be different there. I'm pretty positive. Yeah, so this PCB, I don't think there's any other ones that this particular board offers. I'm a little disappointed. Actually, I still don't understand what these mouse bites are here. I have to take off this point, but they have some like mouse bites here, and I'm not sure if those get taken off. I want to say they do, but I'm gonna look through like the little guide. But yeah, I don't know. I personally, like, if you want a personal opinion on this, I'm a little exhausted, more than a little exhausted, I'd say, on seeing these style PCBs. I feel like it does detriment the sound more than anything. And like I've said many a times, if you want lots of flex in your keyboard, better mounting styles or mounting styles that can accommodate for more flex and bounce are always more welcomed than just punching holes into a PCB. Now, I know that there's a lot of people, this is 1.2 as well. There's a lot of people that actually, and this is kind of where like you kind of have to look at both sides. You can't be ignorant. There are people who really like flex cuts because they're going to stick all the foam in it anyways. So this matters to them. So there is two demographics of people here. I do find that the people that we stream to, and I would even say the demographic of people like in North American keyboard hobby, don't necessarily love this. So again, there's different demographics of people for this. Do you guys find it troublesome to hand loop switches or to hand loop the springs to 205? I prefer to just tub lube it. You can do that. I don't find it troublesome at all. I just kind of like slap a little bit of lube on the bottom and top of the spring. It doesn't really add too much. We're actually not going to use this. Well, I need to get a little flush cutters. I wouldn't bag lube the stems. Bag lubing springs is fine. I am very against bag lubing the stems. I think it's way too inconsistent. But if you're confident in your ability to bag lube stems, you do you. But yeah, I personally am not into the opposite. Stems, you hand lube. Consistency is key when it comes to keyboard stuff. Have I tried diamond polishing? I tried someone else's switches that were diamond polished. I personally think it's a waste of money. I think it's a lot of extra stuff and steps that you're taking for what feels like just as smooth of a switch as some other switches. So, not into it myself. Not really interested in those. Based? Is that a potato? I don't know what that is. I don't know why people use diamond polish when there's literally polish made for plastics. My thought on that, Cool Penguin, is there's maybe 4 switches in this hobby that could really even benefit from polishing the stems. Other than that, I don't think on a day-to-day basis you're going to see a discernible difference between something like a KTT switch, which I think is like just as smooth with just lube on it, versus, I don't know, a JWK switch. I just don't think there's enough discernible difference for me to go like, oh yes, this makes a big difference. But I think part of the allure of having a cherry switch is having some of the scratch. Just like even the NK creams, right? I know that they offer the Dream switches now, which are like the broken in versions of them. But, you know, obviously everyone's a bit different. Maybe people really want the sound profile of a cherry housing, but go make your lasagna, dude. Okay, I want to see the instruction manual. Where did I put that thing? So I wanted to see if I need to actually use or break off these things here. Where did I put the instruction manual now? That is a great question. Here it is. Guide. Let's see. Is there like a... Nope. This is just assembly. Step 2, use double-sided adhesive tape to the back of the PCB. This is recommended in location. Double-sided tape? What the? Why am I putting double-sided tape on the PCB? Okay, I'm gonna skip that. Put 2, okay, nope, skipping this. More adhesive stuff. Choose the hardness of silicone. Okay, that'll do later. Okay, it doesn't say anything about clipping off. Man, I really don't know if I'm supposed to or not. It looks like you're supposed to. It doesn't say anything about clipping. Okay. So just so you guys understand, there's these mouse bites here that look like they're supposed to be broken off. But I don't know if I'm supposed to or not. There's nothing about it. Really don't know. So, I think I'm going to skip doing that for now. They don't IMO, the corners look too rigid. I'm not sure. I'm honestly not sure. Because it's supposed to, we're supposed to put these things here. I'm not sure how this exactly sits on this, but just for the sake of me showing you. I'm supposed to put these things here. I'm not sure if this is supposed to flex more. It feels weird when you type, oh, did you already build it? Just check the fitment of the case then. We'll see how everything is. I'm going to leave it for now. And if it's really like, it feels weird, maybe we'll take them off. But Let's just put our switches into this. I know this is hot swap, but I do want to try the plateless. I'm hoping that the switches feel good with the plateless here. If not, I'll put a plate. Not the end of the world. Let's see. Oh, these aren't going anywhere. That works for me. That's a bad idea. No, it's not. Okay, it's not always a bad idea. These are tight. Oops, drop something. These are tightly inside the switches here, inside the sockets. It's fine. Totally okay. Like, they're not moving. They're not going anywhere. There are some things I would not recommend. I have seen different PCBs that don't work well because maybe they're a little bit looser, but this seems okay. What did I drop? Whatever. Are these the new Gateron hot swap sockets? I think these are Kale. These are your Kale original sockets because the new ones I think are a different color from Kale. Actually, no, these might be the updated ones. You can kind of tell if they're updated if they have this like little top kind of hat thing on them. They used to not have this little top metal piece that covers it. So I think these are the new ones. I think that's how you actually tell if these are the new ones. Either way, I don't think it's a bad thing that we're gonna build it like this. I do want to test their stabs though. I don't recommend it does it anyways. No. I recommend you can do this if you want, Nork. It's totally fine. Kale, they're supposed to be tighter. Have I tried the Gateron hot swap sockets? I'm not sure. You guys want boneyards? We'll put this. I think I have. But I can't remember now for the life of me. Show me that Haven. A lot of this keyboard is actually very well received on YouTube because people really liked the side profile of it. I like it too. There is some minor things about the build that I don't love, but I think it's a pretty looking board. Oh, so many fingerprints on it now. The alphas on the Haven weren't exactly my favorite thing in the world, but the mods all sounded great, so. If I wasn't gonna duality, I'd get that thing. What do you think of Milmax pins to make a PCB hot swap? Absolutely nothing wrong with Milmaxing. I think it's a great way to make your PCB hot swap. Okay, I need to put a little bit more lube in that one. But I'll do all the modding of tuning the stabs after install here. All right, I think these switches are a good choice for this then. I hope I have enough. Just put my tiny neck on, it's awesome. What switches did you put inside? But the switches don't sit flush compared to hot swap sockets. Yeah, but I think there's a handful of cases that might look weird with the sockets. And honestly, if you use 3305 sockets, I think it's great. Alex, what is the PC board in front of you? That is the Moon Tower. It is recommended to lay hot swap sockets on a flat surface before putting the switches in, or is it okay to insert switches? Dude, I could sit here and tell you that I have done every single board ever by just putting hot swap sockets like on a flat surface. The truth is I haven't, but I'm gonna tell you this right now, man. The best thing you could do for yourself as a builder is don't be lazy. Take out the PCB assembly, especially with Kale. I mean, with Milmax, not as much. You don't need to worry about it. So nice. Put it down on a flat surface.
Finally able
and
to watch her stream again after a while.
Salar, dude, thank you so much for the tier 1, man. Yeah, it's been a little while. How have you been? This way here, you don't risk damaging your components. Everything gets installed properly, especially on keyboards that have like flex cut PCBs. The number one thing is just don't be lazy with this. That's all. Hey Alex, how do I lube a spring of a very clacky switch to not reduce the volume? I mean, the spring shouldn't be that much. 105, like an oil, doing a light coat is totally okay. The spring won't affect the volume
Alexotos
too much. Meg, thank you so much for the prime. Okay. I'm not saying to go watch it, but if you want to, I have a whole video explaining certain things about switches and how to lube them. There are some small little tips and tricks in that video that I think are very useful to help with lubing a switch and how to retain certain sound signatures. The number one thing too, if you want to retain the loudness of a switch, I don't have a switch open in front of me, but I illustrate it in the video. There's a spot you can avoid lubing, so the upstroke seems louder, and then also do not get any lube into that center well or center post of the bottom housing, because that can also drastically reduce the sound of your switch too. But 105 on the spring, a very light coat, shouldn't alter your sound profile at all. It should just clean up some of the metallic pinginess. 444 finally got to be on one of your streams. So happy, man. How you doing? I'm doing great, man. Today just kind of started for me, so it's not like I'm doing all that much, but I'm here with you guys, and that's what matters to me. So I hope all of you guys are also having a fantastic, splendid day. I can attest I'm cleaning some bad switches now. Yeah, like a very common thing when people send me switches that they've already lubed, a very common thing that I see is they lube this. They kind of go off the, I don't want to say old, but they go off a lubing method where they lube both the bottom housing and stem separately. In my opinion, out of all the switches I've ever lubed, lubing just the stem is all you need to do. And you don't put any lube on the pole of the stem. Avoid that at all costs. I just think there's more detrimental things that could happen than benefits. I still don't really understand why we would want to create almost like a vacuum, because that's what you're doing. You're kind of closing a gap for that center well, and it kind of makes a weird squishy sound signature. Just avoid doing that. You really don't need to do it. Put this here, put this back in the box, and then I need this here. I might be short a few switches here, guys, and if I am, I'm going to use some different switches for the 5 on the side over here. When I try to lube switches back in 2018, they feel so incredibly overlubed, it's scary. Yeah, I feel like that's a very common. I mean, me too, man. I used to really overlube my my stabs, or not my stabs, my switches. But I'd say it's the last like 2-ish years, ever since I started doing customer builds, is when I've like really nailed how I've lubed switches. Have you ever considered doing awards? I did like a best of keyboard thing 2 years ago, and it was really well received. The problem is, with phones, there's objectively great things with phones, right? You can get like new tech and stuff like that. The problem with keyboards is that while there is some objective things, there is way too many subjective things for it to, I don't know, for it to matter, you know, about what awards I'm giving things or what people think. So it just became very difficult. That's why I skipped it the year after. But it was like, people really liked watching it. Again, though, when it comes to how I make my content, I have to like it. Like, I have to really want to do it. And I have to be passionate about it for me to kind of like want to, I guess, create things. Earth Decory, been a while, need a compliment? Earth Decory. Dude, you know what I'm never going to be hesitant to do? Ever. Love you, bro. All right? I'm never hesitant to do that. I don't know if you guys were thinking that was going to go somewhere else, but it wasn't. Love you, dude. I hope you're having a great day today, man. I hope the rest of your week goes good. And Corey, if anyone's giving you a hard time today, man, or this week or this month, ignore them, bro. Ignore them. It ain't worth it. Love you, dude. Very proud of what you've been doing. Have you tried lubing switches with oils instead of greases? Yeah, I've tried so many different things. Ultimately, I always go back to 20520. And then I, most of the time, use one of the 105 on the springs. I did like using GS2 a lot. However, GS2 is it was a little hard to get because like there was a point in time where I couldn't get it. 205 just is consistently there, so I can just constantly buy it. Is your current main a polycarbonate Envoy? No, this is the Moon Tower. I'd say like the keyboard that I like the most is the Envoy right now. Like it just suits my style, suits my sound signature. I like the feeling of it. In second place, I would probably say the Unicorns are my favorite. And then I like my Bias TKL a lot. And then the F18X is probably up there for another board that I use on the regular, even though it doesn't have the keycaps I want on it right now. I still use it. And then I use the Sonnet. I like a 75 sometimes when I'm doing work. Don't mind it. I like the feeling of your Moon Tower, if you know what I mean. What mount did you go? Lattice or mixed? I went all lattice. I found those harder plastics that they use for the mounting in the Envoy. I really didn't like at all. It was so stiff to the point where it kind of felt like it was almost like a top mount, I guess. Really didn't like that one there. Oh my god, we got another raid? Cool, like, how you doing? Hello everyone. You've been hash browned? Actually, it sounds really good right now. I didn't really have a big breakfast. I only had cereal and I'm kind of sad about that, but how you guys doing? My name's Alex. I build keyboards. We're building a keyboard today. How are you guys doing? What are you guys up to today? What did you guys do? Hello, hello. Actually, we have just enough switches for this. Are those in-ears? Yeah, these are Andromeda V... No, not V2s. They're V3s or something like that. We're building Lego and talked about hash browns a lot. Hash browns are pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie. Dude, I have a whole bunch of friends who do Lego. It is crazy. I did one Lego kit recently with my girlfriend. We did the, oh god, it was one of the flower ones. Actually really fun. I hadn't done Lego in such a long time, but one of my friends that I went to high school with, and also he does keyboard, or not keyboard content, but Lego content. I saw him do one, and I was like, dude, I need to get one of these eventually. But yeah, it was fun. I really enjoyed it. I would say definitely Lego has really changed since I was a kid. A lot more like, you're a lot more like into it these days than prior. Do I really need these boxes? Or I don't need them. Throw them away. Oh, I just totally hit my camera. My bad. Adult Lego sets are great. I did succulent set. No, we didn't do succulents. We did like a orchid or something like that. Do you know Brick and Nick? He's a Lego beast. I went to high school with Nick. I made the orchid set recently. Yeah, it's a beautiful looking set. Especially the quality deliver versus competitors for Legos. Yeah. When I was a kid, I think the thing that I did a lot of, which I don't know if they still exist. You guys remember Mega Bloks? I think that was like the thing we did a lot of. We had a lot of Lego. I think we had like, because I really liked building things as a kid. It was like Mega Bloks when I was younger. Then we slowly transitioned into Lego stuff. Lego got kind of expensive, so then I think we took a break off. Yeah, the big blocks.
10 months. What's up,
hey,
my
Luther.
fellow creative?
Bro, how are you doing, man? I'm doing great today. And then I think, and then I eventually transitioned into doing Gundam models. I did a bunch of those. I have no idea where I put them. And then I kind of got off that, like the physical building things, got really into photography. And I mean, we're back at physical building things. I build a lot of keyboards now, so hands-on is always my favorite. The typewriter set, I should really do that. And now you build keyboards? Yeah, exactly. I think Mega Bloks and Duplo are different, I want to say, but I don't remember. Alex can get hands-on. What the hell? crazy. All right, we're not gonna put the plate on. I think we're good without putting a plate. Everything seems secure. Let's go to our next step. So for anyone who's wondering, we're building this today. It's a prototype keyboard. I think this looks sweet. This looks really nice. Like the side profile is very pretty. Really like the detailing in this. I believe this does ring a little bit expensive though. I think, don't quote me on it, I think this starts at $450. There's a lot of good options that you can probably pick up nowadays that really don't require you to spend that much money on a board, but this has a lot of attention to detail, which I kind of like. I don't know, the aesthetic of this is kind of cool. Yeah, like we built a really cute one the other day. I need to find this for you guys. I really like this board. Where did I stick it? There's a lot of boards we have in here. The other board that I built the other day was called the Molly 60. Actually, this is one of my favorite boards that we built recently. The Class 60. This was awesome. Really like this. And this wasn't too expensive. This was like in the $200 range. Sounds great. They really nailed it with that. It feels amazing too. I don't remember where I put the Molly 60. It's somewhere in my room. But, actually, did I put it here? Oh, right here. This is $99. And I think this was such an amazing keyboard kit. I still think a few of them are available, but I think this was like limited. But insane value for this guy. This was awesome. What a great little build. That's the Molly. Yeah, the Molly 60. I think there's a Canadian. I think the only vendor that has stuff left is the Canadian vendor. I know it's such a general question, but I've been wanting to build a keyboard, but I have no idea where to start. Any recommendations? There are lots of guides and articles you can kind of start with. I wrote one for Kinetic Labs. I think if you just like type in how to build a keyboard and see one for Kinetic Labs, I wrote a guide for that. I am actually working on a easier and accessible guide on how to start with keyboards. I think just kind of like Legos, understanding your parts is the #1 step to keyboards. And then you kind of go into what you want. There's not many parts to a keyboard. If you want, I can quickly go over everything right now, which is a switch, the PCB, which is your brain of your keyboard. Your switches are what you type on. Stabilizers. Sometimes, not all the time, you have a plate, which is a thing I kind of tossed to the side earlier. That kind of aligns things for you. And then you have your case. Those are the main things about your keyboard. Everything that you kind of see in this picture, keycaps, they're there as well, but there's lots of options for those. I think it's a very important part into getting keyboards is trying as much stuff as possible until you figure out your general preferences. While I do agree with that, I also think there's a financial obligation to that as well, which can get pretty expensive. That's where it becomes a bit dicey with trying everything. If you have the time and you don't mind doing a bit of research to see if there's a local meetup for what you want to do. I think local meetups are also an absolute fantastic way to get into keyboards too. Yeah, the Molly ended up turning out great. I was very pleased with that board. Very pleased with it. What bit do we need here? We need a smaller bit. Can you recommend some Alice layouts? The only Alice layout that I think is readily available... Oh man, I don't even know. Probably the stuff from... Oh man. Not QK, what are they called? Keychron. I think Keychron might have one that's available. Past that, I really don't know who has readily available Alice style builds. Part of the fun of the hobby is trying new things. It takes time. Yeah, I agree. I think part of the fun of any hobby is trying new things and like kind of going out of your comfort zone and exploring things and building. I think that's always a great thing to do. But I also always try to remember too, not everyone has the finances to do such a thing. Do they really use 2 different bits for the top and the bottom? I really don't like when they do that. There's 2 different bits we need to use. Keychron stuff is fantastic. Albeit, I think Keychron stuff can, if you buy one, they all kind of have the same aesthetic, but I think that's the point. The Cycle 7 I will be doing next week. That's also going to be a board that everyone's so hyped up about. You guys are making me hype for that board too. I wish I could go somewhere and try all the switches. Currently I'm in a Model M remake. Ooh, or Apple Extended keyboard from the 90s. Oh, wow. The one thing you can do is just order a key tester. like a switch tester rather. See what you like from that. That's always not a terrible idea. Interesting. Do I need to open this up at all? I kind of don't want to take off the weight, but I kind of do to see what's. I want to see what's underneath. But I'm nervous because there's a small little ribbon cable that seems incredibly frustrating that I don't want to deal with. Which is this tiny little ribbon cable right over here. I have a Keychron, but my cat has knocked it off the desk multiple times and some of the LEDs are broken. Oh no. Yeah, dude, that's... Hey, listen, I build client commissions all the time, and don't get me wrong, I think I would love a cat down the road, but like low key, I'm way too nervous to get a cat for this reason. Like, first of all, what if they like do their evil stuff, which is knocking stuff off the desk? Second of all, I think there'd be cat hair like literally everywhere. What's up, Zosco? How you doing, man? I have a challenge that I hope you can help with. I bought way too many things before I figured out what I liked. How do you recommend selling items currently? Mech Market's still great. You can use some of the more local Discords too. Like if you have like, I don't know where you live right now, but local Discords are great for that too, because sometimes people actually prefer to go pick up things. So you could try that. That's not a bad way to go try things or to go do things too. We're gonna use the softer of the two gaskets over here, guys, because this gasket's a lot firmer and I don't want to use it. I think local is the best way. But if you really don't even want to do that, my next recommendation to you would probably be to go to even some of the more bigger community Discords. Okay, so it looks like the gaskets get put on with this little tooth over here, like this. Interesting. Very interesting. They kind of lock into place. It's the first time I've seen gaskets like this. There's also gaskets for the corner. How are these used? Is it the same thing? No. Does it get locked into place here too? I think it does. I don't know if the gaskets need to be put on for this one over there in the corners. I think it's more for the plate. He also legit pulled some keys off my keyboard. What? Yeah, that is crazy. That is crazy. I didn't even know it's like, you know that oh, wrong way here. You know that actually wait. Why are these different? Are there two different gaskets for this? Sorry guys, I'm like talking to myself here. Oh no. Okay, interesting. I think there are two different gaskets. Is one for the plate and one's for not? Hold on, let me go back to the instruction manual. Why are so many new keyboards with... Dude, I don't know. I still don't know why so many people refuse to not put mounting points underneath the space bars. It is not infuriating, but it's just kind of like... It never sounds good. So... I'm curious why you chose PC Envoy as opposed to Alu. I just like the way it looked. And honestly, I think, Dan, the PC one has a bit of a deeper sound signature, which I think a lot of people would enjoy. So I kind of picked that and was like, you know what? I think this is something you would probably enjoy too. Choose the hardness of the silicone, support block. Okay, this doesn't really help me at all. Do they not have like a... Okay, this guide's good, but not the best. Definitely not the best guide. Well, I think... I have two cats and mine don't throw things off tables. Reckon if you entertain them enough. Yeah, honestly, you probably could do that too, but I totally agree. You probably could just do that. All right, so I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure what we do here, but are these supposed to go this way? No, they could definitely go this way. Also, is there a standard for switches? Like, Can a cherry switch and novel keys fit in the same space? Yes, as long as they're MX style switches, which is quite honestly about any mechanical keyboard switch you find these days for sale is going to be a MX style switch. Just about every single one you find. So you never have to really worry about that too much. Okay, so there's 4 of the, well, there's 3 of these ones that have like a different shape to them, which I'm not too sure what we're supposed to use those for. And then I'm still assuming we put, although it doesn't really feel like this fits very nicely. I'm not sure about these corner ones for the plateless build, unless you put these in first and kind of lay it down on top of, which would make sense as well. Let me see. Oops. Does that fit? Does Alp still make switches? I am not too, like, that's, I feel like a whole different part of the hobby, which I am not too into personally. Yeah, I think that's what we do. That makes sense to do it like this. I know it's upside down right now. I'm just testing it. Interesting. Very interesting keyboard build. That does make sense to do it this way here, though. Oh, there's 2 more mounting points there. That would make more sense for these. So I guess we kind of lay those in as well. I'm just going to put all the mounting points in for now. Interesting.
Appreciate all the vids. I don't get to catch streams all the time.
Hydro, thank you so much for being here, man. I really appreciate it, dude. Yeah, man, I've been going pretty crazy with all the streams these days. Pretty crazy. I don't know if I love this mounting. Wait, there's only 3. Am I missing one of the... I think I might be missing one. Oh, it's stuck in here. I got it. It's like little shelves you put on. Very interesting. Maybe they go in the top case? I don't know. The build assembly of this seems a little bit wonky, and I even see some of the mouse bites on the where we cut them off that's kind of blocking things. There we go, though. That's that. Oh my god, dude. Guys. I don't even know if I want to build it with... So nice.
Huh?
This is going to, like, interfere with things. I feel like I need to use foam. Did Frank use foam in his? Alex, remember what I told you? What'd you tell me, Mark? It's gonna break? Man, that's like too much. Frank did use foam? Told you it's a bad idea? Yeah, I'll put foam on the bottom. I think this is like way too aggressive. Thank you, Fluffy. I appreciate you, dude. Thanks for the resub. I know there's like tape. I'm kind of sighing because I don't want to use it, but there was tape that they listed as well. But Manic, thank you so much for the raid, dude. This is not staying in nice. Okay, put this here on the side for now. They listed tape as well that you can put on the bottom of the PCB, but Jesus. Why construct the PCB with so many flex cut if I need to tape it up anyways? That just seems stupid and counterproductive. Basically, my friend did a half plate for his suit, similar PCB, and it looked exactly like this. Yeah, this is a review unit. Like, this is the tape they sent. So let me look at the guide. I don't necessarily agree with this. I don't like this part of the build. I think this is ridiculous that you would have to tape up something that, like, I guess it's almost non-optional. Use double-sided adhesive to the back of the PCB. This is like, but why? Why even put the cuts in the PCB if I have to tape them all up anyways? And there's even points on the PCB where there's no need to put cuts or where to put the adhesive. This seems stupid. I don't agree with this at all. This is a bit of a ridiculous step. I think this is totally unnecessary, and I don't understand why I'm putting this on. There's no really given explanation why I'm doing that either. So I'm just going to ignore that part for now. And I'm just going to, unfortunately, stuff it with foam. And you said Frank used foam in his? Is the tape necessary for plateless? I don't know. I honestly have no idea. Literally no clue. But I think it's a bit ridiculous that you need to use he used plate foam. Did he put a plate on his too? I might just put plate foam underneath. There's another, this guy, there's more adhesive stuff here. Don't know what this adhesive stuff is for. He did a plate. Actually, you know who did one that I can go check out quick? I think Diego did it, and I want to see how Diego did his playlist. I'll put Diego. It's Lightning, keyboards, Aeroboard70. Hold on, this is just a type test. Did Diego upload his VOD? Videos. I want to see what Diego put inside his. Give me a second, guys. Oh no, he did a plate too. Oh, everyone did a plate. And he put those adhesives on too. But like, why? They're clear adhesives. Oh, it's for the foam. I see what they're doing here. Okay. I'm gonna do this. There is this piece of foam. Or actually, you know what? No, I'm not gonna do that. Okay, so what basically Diego did is there's foam that gets adhered to the back of the PCB. I don't want to do that. I think that's incredibly limiting for a custom keyboard, because then you'd have to tear off this foam to get at things like the stabs if you ever want to change them out. I think it's a bit ridiculous, so I am not going to do that. Or I guess they have cutouts for the stabs. That makes sense. I still don't want to do that though. I really don't. Sorry, wait. So basically you would have to adhere this to the back. I don't know if you guys want me to do that. Like, do you guys want me to try that? It's up to you. Totally up to you. I'll let you guys decide that in chat right now. It's a longer build than I'm expecting. This is a hot swap. I mean, the build's not boring. It's at least enjoyable. There's steps to this that kind of like, I feel like need to make sense more in the guide. But it's not a boring build by any means. I'm voting for no foam, but with a plate. I kind of don't want to use the plate. Everyone else seems like they built it with the plate, and I want to build it plateless. I'm against the plate. That's my own personal thing here. I'm just against the plate right now. I'm voting for no foam. You might want to you might have to. I think we kind of, yeah, I do think we kind of have to. Ugh, so unfortunate. All right, well, let's open up that guide thing again. Let's get my tweezers as well. I think there was one here, so I'm gonna put it here from what I saw in the guide. And then you need to remove the paper on top, which, oh my god, that's actually equally as frustrating. Unfortunate to see a PCB design so limiting. I'm just gonna come out and say it. All these unnecessary steps, and I don't know, maybe I could be eating my words at the end of this, but I feel like this is so unnecessary to get the PCB to be more rigid when you could have just not installed flex cuts. So it seems a little bit counterintuitive to me. Okay. So I'm gonna put this underneath my lap over here. I know you guys can't see it, but. All right, bear with me while I do all this stuff, guys. Bear with me. But what is popular overseas? Yeah, I mean, like, that obviously plays a contributing factor into this. I agree. I'm not going to disagree. It does. But I personally still think they should have options. I don't know if this keyboard does. Obviously, not every keyboard's meant for every single person in the world. I also understand that, and I'm totally understanding of it. I get it. Just have options? Yeah, I get it. Like, maybe this keyboard's not designed for someone who, like me, who prefers non-flex cut stuff. Maybe it's not, right? I don't know. After watching this, I think I would rather them push back the date a bit and rethink the PCB. Like, realistically, what I think they could have done is just have 2 flex cuts, like most other keyboards do that want to offer additional flex. One on the top of the alphas and one below the alphas, so just above the spacebar. I think, to me, that's like the most viable amount of flex, where it doesn't impact the sound of your keyboard and also doesn't call for foams everywhere. Okay, like this one here. At least, you know what, there actually is a pull tab for the adhesive stuff, which isn't too bad. So applying this isn't completely awful, but everything is preference. More than 2 flexes. Well, I'm just telling you how I would do it, right? That's how I personally would build this board. But it is indeed preference. Put it on the third one here. It's always the moon tower. I feel like I have not used this board in a long time, guys. I just got here. The arrow key is on the left, or I'm dumb. I have the PCB upside down. And then I got to do, I think, this row. Oh no, they don't call for any on that row. Just one there, which I did. Is there extra sticky stuff then? I think so. They're on the right, but has a left side macro. Yeah, the layout's really cool on this. Like, the overall design is really cool on this. We'll see. We'll see if that's as far as it goes. All right. Time to remove all these guys. So there's like gonna be an adhesive on this that we stick the pour on the back of. We also have to remember too, some people love the foamy sound signature. That is some people's like go-to. Like that's the sound they want in every keyboard, which we have to be understanding of. All right. I saw the Prime Edition is off. So, what do you mean off? Off of what? Like it doesn't look good? The Prime Edition looks super dope to me. All right, so. Oh, we got to put the foam thing. What am I doing? All that, and I forgot to put the foam. Here's the foam thing. This would just get put. But now it is adhered to the bottom of this PCB. Interesting. Very interesting. You know what? Let's be open-minded, yeah? Let us be open-minded on this. Very, very interesting. Alright. Unless people reach out to them, I guess. What happened? So wait, what exactly was off about it? If you don't mind me asking. This goes like this. And then last one over here. Oh. Good call, everybody. Good call. You guys are actually two with it today, and I love it. Thank you, everybody. Autopilot mode was literally engaged there. Very welcome. Do you, oh yeah, the GST as well. Okay, this is gonna be the annoying part too. They have like a sticker on this guy. Which I feel like is also kind of weird. All right, let's just do like this. Let's, bro, we are on it. Yeah, I think I'm too busy with the gaskets falling everywhere. I thought this gasket system would be kind of interesting. But, UPS is calling me. Oh my god, I don't want to talk to them. Now, is it the blue side that has to face up? I'm assuming like this. Or would it be... No, let me take out this piece of tape here. Build experience, I think these gaskets are a little wonky. It's getting lower and lower in build experience for me. Is it the, I don't know, I'm gonna guess it's this way with the blue facing up. But doesn't that twist the cable? Doesn't this make it twisted, I guess? I don't know. See, now the foam is in the way. Also, why can't this just be a regular JST connector? Like, why did it have to be this? Oh my god, that's frustrating. I don't think there's any benefit other than not having like a cable, because the ribbon cable's flat. No, this like foam now is just in the way here. Is it supposed to go on the other side? Hold on, I think it goes on the other side here. I had it wrong. All right. Oh, now this foam over here. Frustrating. Hold on, we're gonna do it like this. Alex, you ever screwed up any build? Oh yeah, I've screwed up tons of build. Dude, I make mistakes all the time. You're gonna make mistakes building things. Let's not pretend anyone's perfect. That is a bad way to start thinking if people don't make mistakes. People always will make mistakes, dude. You have to be kind of an adult to realize that people make mistakes and it's okay as long as you're learning from them. I feel like it's very childish to think otherwise. Like extremely childish to think otherwise. Especially, you know what else is super childish too? If you don't allow people to make mistakes and allow people to grow from those, I think that also is a big, big problem. I broke whole PCBs before. Yeah, I mean, people will make mistakes. I think if you want to avoid making mistakes in keyboards, the best thing that you could possibly do for yourself is just take your time. You're gonna make mistakes, but if you want to try your best to avoid them, take your time. There's no need to rush things. This is still incredibly flexy though. Like, this almost did nothing. Just as an FYI, guys. Are we sure this is supposed to be plateless with this? I don't know. I was just guessing we could because I saw it on the website, but can I even make this plateless? Like, is this supposed to be plateless with this PCB? Is there a different PCB with this? This feels like it's just not gonna work. Make a mistake, Alex? I mean, if it's PCB, I mean, on the website it says you can mount this via, like, it's PCB mounted as well. I need to go look this up one more time. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't think there's two different PCBs. No, there's one PCB. Let me watch this video one more time. No, you can. There's only one PCB, but it looks like the person in the video is doing it both ways. I don't know. Of course you can. It's PCB mounted. No. Sorry. Let me rephrase that. I'm not too sure if this particular PCB is good for it, but I mean, it looks like there's only one PCB offered. I mean, I'm down to test it if you guys are. I'm down to still assemble this. Oh, no. I'm still gonna assemble this script. Yep. Oh gosh. Well, this just flew off. Does this just slide in or something? YOLO? I don't like that either. That's not good. All right, move these out of the way. How on earth did that happen? What just happened? I think these black back pieces slide in and out or something. I thought they were screwed into place, but I guess not. Beats me, guys. Does this go this way? Yeah, they slide into place. And I tried to grab it from that, so guess you can't do that. I guess not. You put all these really annoying gaskets back in. It's a neat gasket design, but I don't think it really works. Ends up being a little bit more frustrating than anything. We'll see though. Again, let's see how this thing feels fully built. All right, what's it say next in this build guide? I don't want to put the tape on. It's called Echo Paper. Interesting. That was already done for me. Yep, we put that on for PCB protection. Did that. That's fine. Okay, I think that's it. I think now we put it together. Well, I wanted to flip it over, but it's okay. I'll just put it on like this. All right. How are we doing today? Doing pretty good. How about you? I don't like the way it's not really aligning nicely on the top frame. Oh, this piece of plastic's in the way here. Okay. All right, let's screw this together then. Also, the two different bits on the bottom makes 0 sense to me. Absolutely none. Why you couldn't choose one head for everything? Don't get it. Mega cursed build. There's a lot to it. I wouldn't say it's mega cursed. I think trying to figure it out the first time is also part of maybe the allure of this. Oh god. This is another bit. Do I need another bit for this? This bit. Like I said, I think there are points of this which doesn't make any sense to me. Like, why use two different bits for the bottom casing? That doesn't make no sense to me. Because typically the way you want to screw in things is like in an X fashion, so it all clamps together nicely, but you can't really do that here without having to switch bit heads. Having to troubleshoot all the new stuff this stuff makes the build process more fun? A little bit. I mean, I'm still hoping this ends up being an awesome little build. We'll see. I would give this build experience... Okay, let's look at some stuff that we had to kind of double back on, which was the stuff on the back of the PCB. I didn't really want to put that stuff on, but the flex cuts on the PCB kind of made me have to revisit that, so that was like an extra step we had to take. The gaskets aren't the most fun to work with in this case. Like, they don't just like clip on and they sit there. And then I would say the only other awkward thing about this build is maybe putting the top shell back on. And then the ribbon cables are a little bit annoying. This feels too flexy to me. Okay, well, we'll see. Oh, the RGB is pretty cool on this. That's pretty cool. RGB, I think the aesthetic is sick of this board. I'll give it that. The aesthetic is really, really cool. I like the little PVD part over here as well. All right, let's start putting our keycaps on. And then also let's get a little bit of lube to its taillights. Yeah, it's like the taillights of a car. All right. Aesthetic is on point. Yeah, I think I might have to go back and rebuild this with a plate, but I mean, you guys have enough demos of it with a plate to kind of get that. But I think if I wanted to use this board personally, I feel like this is a little too flexy for my tastes. Obviously, we could go back in and install that tape mod like they recommend. But I'd like to try it without because, I don't know, I just want to see. If I need to go back and put in the tape mod, I'm not going to be hurt by it, but just means that the keyboard might have more of a limited way that you can build this. Those tabs are supposed to be clipped in on the side, but it's way too flexy already. God, this whole thing keeps flexing. It's hard to put this on. Oh. Did I put the gaskets in wrong for this? It feels like this is sitting way too high. Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna open this back up for a second. There'll be 100 clips of this board on YouTube. What do you mean 100 clips? What do you mean by that? Perhaps we're supposed to flip the gaskets for this guy. It feels like it's sitting way too high right now. And again, the pictures aren't very helpful because it's hard to see on the actual guide that they gave us. Right bit. Those keycaps will collide? Probably. It's intended to be plate mounted, PCB mounted, or both, but not plateless. It's not supposed to be plateless? Well then. Should we put a plate on it then? It's hot swap. Take 2 seconds to do. Clearly? I don't think we can, yeah. It's not supposed to be plateless. Interesting. Alright, let's put a plate on it then. I suppose that's what we have to do. Unfortunately. Please use it plateless for the memes. I kind of don't understand why they would offer a PCB mounted option for that then. I don't think that would make a huge difference feeling wise. All this work? I mean, I really didn't do much. I'll take off all these now. Frank did his plate mount it? Well, I guess we'll see. Did Frank like his? I feel like this could have been plate mounted, or a PCB, a plateless rather, if they just not installed a bajillion flex cuts into this board. This has been the worst build experience I've ever watched in the time that I've been watching Alex. Yeah, it's complex, weird little build for sure. It is his favorite keyboard? Really? Interesting. Do I have like where's my switch puller? Did you ever get the glare decal? I have not, no. The glare decal is something I still have not built. He hasn't put it down since he got it? Interesting. Very, very interesting. Did Frank put all the foams too? Like the mid-plate foam and everything too? Or just the bottom foam? My poor switch. I damaged it. Let me see if I can fix it quick. Where's my switch opener? Hello, chatters. What's going on, dude? I think we damaged a switch. It's okay. I'll use a different switch. The Alexotos face in the star of streaming. And now, what happened? I want to see Simon scream at this board. He already did when doing the IC review. What did Simon say? I love Simon. He's so funny. I somehow managed to make my glare sound nearly the same as my F18X. I can check the recap sheet. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, like, I assumed that you could build this plateless. I didn't, when I read over the IC thing, I didn't see anything about it. I guess I assumed that you could build this plateless by that little mini video that they had made. But I guess you can't. That's unfortunate. Guys, can you write me the name of that switch? The pink one? It is called the Peach Blossom or Cherry Blossom switch. I think it's Peach Blossom, right? Cherry Blossom V2s. Only plate foam, no case foam. I think I'm going to do the opposite then. I think I'm just going to do the bottom foam and no mid plate foam. Plateless hot swap, new meta. There's nothing, you can still get away with plateless hot swap. So I don't personally see a problem with it as long as the tolerances are okay and you use proper switches for it. Some keyboards have pulled it off very, very, very well. So I personally don't see a problem with it. Personally. Let me move some stuff out of the way here. Redo all this guy. Okay, this is flexing all over the place. God, I hate flexy PCBs and plates. Three-pin plateless hot swap easy. Yeah, that might work. Good lord. Yeah, if you want to build this with no foams in the center, you have to use a plate fork. You are not going to enjoy your build experience if you don't use this. Like, absolute must is this tool. Well, I started off hoping that this keyboard would be awesome because I was kind of looking forward to it, but there is a bunch of things I don't necessarily love about this, and I'm already sick of. Ah, man. Safe to assume this is your top 3. Nope, this is definitely not in my top 3. Definitely not. Go figure. This would be the board I really wanted to have. I mean, like, dude, if you follow what Frank did and you think what Frank did was like an easier build experience, then go for it. I think there are too many weird caveats to this build that I am not really enjoying. But maybe we'll have a better end experience. I think I honestly still don't understand the need for ribbon cables. I think ribbon cables and boards are kind of stupid. Have you used the KNC Green Jacket linears? I have not. Sounds familiar though. I think you guys have asked about that. Bro, this keyboard build experience is kind of low-key humbling me right now. Meme plates. A little bit, huh? I usually don't mind if the plate has a whole bunch of flex cuts or a skeletonized plate. But it seems excessive. So satisfying to watch though, with the install of everything. Is installation fun for you guys? Do you guys like watching the installation of things? Which you can't really see from this angle. This says no rigidity when you're putting switches in. It could be a terrible experience. If you don't have a plate fork, yes, and you want it to go with no plate foam, yeah, this is going to be like an experience you guys will have not a good time with. At all. Not here for keyboards, just here for you. Oh my god, V-dub. Hydrate? Bro, I could use the water. So what this does show me though, is there doesn't really seem to be a lot of options for how you can put the foam in. Seems like if you didn't have this tool, it almost kind of makes you use the plate foam, the mid plate foam there. So that's kind of what it's really showing me right now. So it looks like this keyboard is kind of limited in its config. You do have the option for what, the PCB mount or the plate mounts. I'm not sure how much that will affect sound profile at all. I think I'm just gonna go with the plate mount here. Just to start. Did you guys watch Diego's build of this? Did he like the build? Even with foam, I feel like this probably wouldn't all situate very nicely. I feel like you would still need to have some sort of like way to prop up the flex cuts. He put the SSW in it as well, so the loudness of them was offset by some of the cut sound. When you say SSW, do you mean that paper? Was it me just last time when someone asked you it's been some of your trickiest boards you've built? Yeah, probably this and the Tenet then. This and the Tenet would probably take like top places on a reel. Tenet was just annoying to build. This isn't as annoying as the Tenet. I think Tenet is still absolutely #1 worst build experience I've ever had. Tenet had way too many weird things in it. And I did damage one of the switches, so I'm just gonna grab another switch because I don't have any more of those. Give me 1 second. Just gonna use a random switch for this. Tenet shorted something when I rebuilt it the other day on stream. Really? Dude, the Tenet's #1 worst build experience. Truthfully, #1. So then, let me see the build guide yet again. So weird. Plate leaf. Oh, I see. So that. Okay, so this would have to go this way. They still don't really make it in the build guide like obvious which ones you should be using for what. This would be this way. Okay. I think I understand what they're trying to do here. Was the Tenet overall bad? I mean, the Tenet itself's a really cool build. It had a lot of like really interesting things in it. I thought the Tenet could have been so much cooler, but the Tenet also had a lot of just build quirks to it. Like it was frustrating. I don't know, Clackbait, what would you say it's like the worst experience? Was it the ribbon cables about the Tenet? Having to stick all of those things in had to be probably like the worst experience ever with a board. Oh no, it's I mean, it's kind of inspired by it, I assume, but it's called a Tenet. It's just a keyboard. All right. Now that we've gotten all these installed, that wasn't a huge swap, it was easy. Still don't love this gasket system. I think it kind of sucks. What do you think of the WS Morandi switches? Nothing wrong with them. They're a pretty good little unit. Then this goes here. Give me one sec, guys. I'm just gonna finalize this. Most modern switches, guys, there's not going to be a whole lot of variance with anything. Like, you probably will just end up liking them. Like, there's not much at all. I'm missing one gasket. I don't know where it went here. It's on the floor. Move some stuff out of the way. Well, what keycaps will go on this? We're going to use Boneyard for this today. Boneyard. Where did I put the last gasket? Where did it disappear to? Oh. Not here at all. Where's the last gasket? Beige. The amount of gases seems excessive. Yeah, you know what? I kind of want to do this because we can kind of alter it depending. Let's just not put the gaskets, put one gasket where the space bar is, and that's it. Why isn't this going in nice? Goes in nice on that side, but oh, these ones here are blocking it. Dude, what is with this right now? Did I put these all in the wrong way or something? Are these supposed to be flipped? No, it can be this way. That sits in nice there. What is causing this to not sit in nicely? This is the cable underneath. I'll probably get the orange and beige Envoy when it comes out. Hell yeah, dude. I hope you like it. Oh, man. Is it supposed to be the... Where's the build guide, man? This is so stupid. Very long streams. The gasket under the spacebar. Well, I know that one there is not sitting nicely right now, but it's just not sitting. It's not going down nicely in its spot here. No, this is the right way because it shows all the little giggle. I know, bro. I think it's just the cable and all the foam underneath and all this junk. Oh, just a clump of stuff underneath. Hold on, guys. Hammer it in. Oh, case full. This is better. Still looks like it's too high on the top. All right, I think it's in now. Is there a reason they use a ribbon cable? I'm assuming it's something to do with tolerance on the bottom. Maybe they really just need to have a flat cable, but yeah, I'm not a fan. Not a fan. And let's get our screwdriver. I can't believe you built this without screaming. Like I said, this wasn't as bad as the Tenant. It's just awkward. It's a really awkward build. Any confirmed improvements on production run? Honestly, I don't know. I think the biggest improvement they could do is, first of all, just going to a standard JST connector. Ribbon cables, still think they're ridiculous. I think offering either a plate or a PCB with no flex cuts is another one. That could help a lot with build process, especially for people who maybe don't want to use mid-plate foam and don't have a keycap or a switch plate fork, rather. Yeah, I'm gonna message them with feedback. I think the gaskets are also a bit finicky. I think they need to kind of lock into place a little bit better because they kind of get knocked off extremely easily. Okay, now it's super rigid. Here's the funny part about this, right? So we've put all this stuff in, right? No mid-plate foam. Where does the flex all go? So what was the point of having all these cuts? This is the part of keyboards I don't quite understand. Like it's all gone now. All of it. It's just rigid. So I don't really understand that point. Like, why add all the cuts? We'll see. We shall see. Let's just build it all now. And then put it all together. Where's my switch putter? I still think a properly designed gasketing system goes way further than anything else. Is that Boneyard? It is. I really like Boneyard. I think it's a beautiful looking set. To be fair, I wanted the Ahego set. Yes, it's true. Kopi did want that, but yeah, these are the GAT crystals, which I think sound really, really nice. I mean, we still did the board in about 2 hours despite setbacks. Probably should have taken about an hour and 20 minutes. But we did have to put the plate on because I will admit that's probably my mistake for not knowing, but I genuinely thought we could build this as a plateless build, which would have been really cool, I think. The orange connector in your keyboard gives me strong Apple Watch Ultra vibes. Does it? But at least we tried and we figured out we couldn't do it. These switches and keycaps are tight. Hydrate, give me 1 second. The board does look good though. Linus Tech Tick cables. Okay, dude. What's the keycaps on the 60%? That is, honestly, it's just a Kikobo set. So it's not like crazy expensive, but they're the Kikobo black on whites. I really, really like that set. I like just very plain things when it comes to keyboards nowadays. Although there's some sets like the mixed retro lights or whatever that we tried recently, which I really liked. A little bit more out there in terms of what it is, but definitely didn't mind that one. That was pretty nice. The sound profile is actually not terribly bad. I can still sense it's a little foamy, but I'll let you guys be the judge of that. That's more for you guys to judge. I do need to get Boneyard though for my case. Need a few keycaps for it. Violet on Cream is really nice too. Big Violet on Cream fan. Been hearing good things about Kikobo sets. Yeah, they're really nice. Oh yeah, the bottom switch is different. Daniel Ricciardo? Who's that? I don't know who that is. F1 driver? Oh, you guys have mentioned this before. You guys said something about him and I looking alike or something. Do I really? I like the macro pad on this though. The little macro thing here. This is nice. Very pretty looking keyboard. Sounds a little foamy. Let's go get the keycaps from the closet. Collab with Italian Alex when? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Soon, baby, soon. We are in contact now. We have been talking. So possibly, maybe soon. No, this is caps lock. Alrighty, so let's get code that works for me. Escape. Actually, yeah, we'll put the artisan over here. Why not? It's like one of my favorite artisans that I have. Oops. Boneyard's timeless, 100%. Agree. Delete. Page down. It is a nice looking keyboard though. It is nice looking. I will give it to the designers here. At least they tried something different with the design, because this is definitely unique looking. I got a drawing tablet for my birthday and I sketched you, but it turned out cartoon dad Alex. I'd love to see it, dude. I would love to see it. Like, dude, the side profile on this, very pretty. Very pretty side profile on this board. I don't know what you guys think. Love this a lot. This looks great. How does the back look? That looks great as well. That looks super, super nice. The front, I think, has a little, like I said before, has a little too much embellishments for me. Like, I feel like it doesn't really match the rest of the board too much. There's a lot going on. I think they could have just made that flat and it would have looked really good. Bottom has a little bit of a weight, which is cool. All right, let's plug it in. See how this looks plugged in with the LEDs turned on. I don't exactly know if I can change the LEDs in maybe VIA or something. It's a cool implementation of LEDs. I think that's all the LEDs it has. Very, very cool. I don't think it does anything with caps lock. So I think that's kind of neat. Let's see it from this angle here. You'll never see it because it's going to be on the back of your keyboard, but it's still cool aesthetically. So knowing it's there, I assume. I like the way they implemented it though. Very unique. I don't think if I, obviously it's still bright outside, but. All right. Now for the sound test. So we're using Peach Blossoms. And if you want like an A-B comparison to see how these would sound, I think it's Peach Blossoms, right? V2s. The Kohaku that I built has the exact same key switches inside. Spacebar is really nice. I don't love the alphas. They sound very foamy. Like, not that it's a bad thing. I like the space bar. Oh, no, I don't want to remove anything. Hold on. I will give it to them. The mods all sound really nice. Like, these are very pleasant modifiers. These are long pull switches. I'm pretty positive they are. So as a comparison, let me just quickly look at my Kohaku with the same switches. Obviously they're different keyboards. Okay. Different keyboards, but just to show you like an A-B with the, I guess, the switches. It's interesting because I think they share almost a very similar overall sound, but you can tell that this almost is a little bit tapey sounding. Like if you were to put some tape in this,
Fav, watch
I don't
out
think
to
it
work
sounds
on
dead
weekdays.
personally.
Thanks for entertainment.
I just think this has a very specific sound signature that's going to be hard to kind of escape. Truthfully, so the Peach switches are 3.8. It's almost like a long pull, right? I think the Peach Bloom switches or Peach Blossoms, whatever they're called, are considered long pull. Or are they Cherry Blossoms? They're Cherry Blossoms, sorry. Cherry Blossoms. Let me double check. I will find out right now what they are. I've been forgetting to. Mechland. Ooh, I am way off. Mechland. Hold on. We'll find out exactly what they are. Switches. Ooh. I'm on the wrong website. There's two Mechlands? One's called Mechaland and one's called Mechland. Switches. Peach Bloom V2s. Sorry, that's what I'm using. Peach Blooms, not Cherry Blossoms. They look like Cherry Blossoms, but they're not. Peach Bloom V2s. And they are considered, I believe, a long pull switch. G1 long pull stem. Cherry Blossoms are actual switches. They're just from Cannon Keys. Yeah. I think I put Cherry Blossoms by accident because I thought they were Cherry Blossoms. Peach Blooms. Sorry, my mistake. Oh my gosh.
I had to sub and show my support because I was so excited when you announced you'd be playing the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV, which includes a free trial where you can play through the entirety of the award-winning expansion Heavensward on today's keyboard build. Wow. Can't wait.
Thanks, Mark. Appreciate you, dude. Love you, bro. Wow. No, they're exactly the same switch. I know for a fact they are because these are the V1s and these are the V2s. And you can see they're identical. I know for a fact they are. They're the exact same switch. I just got the naming scheme mixed up. My bad. I know 100%. These are V1s, these are V2s. And the only difference is the pre-lube, from what I understand. Everything else should be exactly the same. Overall, though, okay, to kind of talk on this a little bit, this keyboard, I think overall, design on point, I think it's beautiful. Beautiful design profile. I think it's great. Internals of the keyboards. I think the amount of foam and the complexity of like them making you kind of tape up the back seems a little bit redundant. If you just went with a normal, even if it was 1.2, but a non-flex cut PCB, I feel like there's a lot more room for changing the sound profile of the keyboard there and kind of designing it your own way. So this feels a little bit limited. I thought this was supposed to be, or you could do this plateless. I guess not. I was a little bit confused by like the little promo trailer for this. That's on me. But I guess you can't. You are forced to use a plate. You can use either PCB mounts or plate mounts, which I don't know if it's going to make the biggest difference in the world. We opted to not use two gaskets over here, which you can kind of change that up. Pretty cool though. I don't love the way the gaskets were implemented. I think the gaskets could have been done in a little bit more of a easier to install method instead of having to like press them all in. Not the worst thing in the world that I've seen though. But despite some setbacks on the internals, it's okay. I still think there's no flex here at all. Like there's nothing here. This is not moving. I still think if the goal was to make this a soft typing experience, create a better mounting system that allows for that to happen. For example, I will use the Class 60 as a great example of a keyboard that doesn't have to sacrifice some of that stuff. And it doesn't have to sacrifice any sort of like cuts in the PCB or anything like that for what it's going to accomplish. This is me being super critical about this board, okay? I'm letting you guys know right now, I'm being super critical about how this compares to this. Obviously, it's a different design. Obviously, it's different internals. This is using a leaf spring design, which gives it tons of movements, really soft typing experience, crazy sound profile. But if the goal was to have a soft typing experience here, I think that kind of, it does hit the mark of still soft. Sorry guys, this is me pressing on it to show you. It's not me typing, I'm just doing this, okay? I think it still does kind of hit the mark of soft, but it's not as soft as something like this. And when I see tons of flex cuts in a keyboard, my idea is, okay, their goal is this. This is what their goal is. But it's not what I'm getting with this, right? So, despite a limiting inside combination of things, because I really don't think this will sound good if you do not put that stuff on the back. Like if I were to take off that plate foam or the foam that we had to adhere on the back, this is probably going to be a very shallow sounding keyboard. So the nice thing about this though, I will put a positive spin to this. It doesn't sound overly foamy. It's there. It's there. Like it's a little bit of foam, but it's not overly foamy. So if that's a concern and you're still interested in picking up this keyboard, I don't think it's a major concern. Richard Soup, thank you so much for the Prime. I really appreciate you, man. Almost 2 years. Let's go, bro. I wonder if the case foam just negates all the flex due to the tight space. Probably. I mean, the plate is also going to start adding some rigidity to it too, even though it does have tons of flex cuts. The Choice 65, if you guys are interested in that one there and my thoughts on that, I will tell you. Choice 65 will be done on July 19th, so Wednesday. Here, I'll give you guys what else I've been typing when I've been doing this. All right, there you guys go. Cost, I still think Envoy, but would you rather have a Tomo or Envoy? I think I would personally pick the Envoy, but I'm guessing Cycle 7 is close to them too. Cycle 7 will probably be Thursday. I don't have a date for Cycle 7 because I think... Oh, I do have a date. Cycle 7 will be the 6th of August, but I think I'm going to be moving that back to... Hell, I might even do that the next week, like July 27th, I think. Maybe I'll move it then because I think the group buy starts the 21st. Either this upcoming Thursday or the week after. One of the two. I'll let you guys know in tomorrow's build list thing. So, quick overall. I think this looks good. I think this has a pretty pleasant sound to it. I don't think this is overly foamy. So I think if you were going to pick this up and you didn't mind that little bit of foaminess, I think this is perfect. I think you have to keep in mind though, if you pick this up, this is the sound signature you're probably going to get. The least foamy of the sound signatures. I wouldn't say this is my favorite feeling board, like at all. I still think I prefer a little bit softer these days from different mounting styles. So to keep that in mind. But again, this is probably going to be a great little pickup if you like this sound signature. Not my favorite in the world. Honestly, I haven't seen you this critical before, yet I completely agree with you. I feel like I'm usually this critical, honestly. I think some people think I'm not this critical because everything falls in my... Like, the stuff that I end up doing usually falls into what I like. So it's just kind of like, I like this. This works. But this one here, I think, has some stuff in the internals that I don't really agree with. But I hope no one takes this as like, this keyboard's trash. There's just normally not as much critique. Yeah, I agree with that too. This keyboard isn't bad by any means, and I think the designers did a great job on the exterior of the keyboard. I think there could be some internal stuff that could be worked on though. That's all. Yeah, positivity toxic. Yeah, toxic positivity. First keyboard meet in Chicago in a couple of weeks. Is there deals to get during the meets? Not usually. Meetups don't sell things. Usually. Sometimes they do. I think the last Toronto one we had a few, but usually there's not vendors there selling stuff. Most meetups are there. Like I even know like the Novel Keys one is just to admire and be with people. I wouldn't go there with the intention of buying. Also, one more thing. OG60 build should be coming in a few weeks, right? Yes. That should be... I have it on my list. Should be the first week of August. I think I have you on a tentative list in case something changes, but you should be first week of August. I just got that in too. Just got that in. But yeah, I think for that price point, Keeper products deserve to have that criticism. I actually really agree with that too, Sumo. You make a great point too. Like at the $500 price point, like there needs to be, and when you consider that, like this is me being super critical right now, okay? When you pick up something for $540 outside of the world of design, I think it's $540, right? Or is it $540? Let me double check. I'm gonna quickly double check the price point to this. What's this called again? This is the Aeroboard70. Outside of the realm of just the design, so okay. For the standard edition, it's, I don't know if this is correct still, $475, and then for the other edition, it's $560. So I don't know what edition this is. It is in stock, I get that. But when you consider the amount of customizability you get in this, because when I start to think higher price, I think one of two ways. I start to think the design is really intricate and I'm going to love it for the design, or I think that the internals are going to be great. And then there's a point in price where I hope that both interconnect. I hope people understand what I'm saying right now. I think this is at the point where I hope they interconnect at the $500 range, where I can get a lot of customizability out of what I'm buying, plus the design is well thought out on the exterior as well. And I think this leans more to the I really like the way the externals look, but the internals aren't quite my cup of tea. And I think the biggest reason for that is just the amount of foams in the bottom. And this is not an anti-foam thing. I think foam is... You guys see me, I use foam in a lot of builds. But I think that the necessity to use it kind of makes me think this is a little bit limited in that case. So... where I think they could go better with this is offering a non-flex cut PCB for those who want it, especially at that price point. Might as well maybe just cut back on a color or two and going from there. Maybe offering some different internal ways that you can put this together. I want to go a Tofu V2. Wait, what? I want to get a Tofu V2, but I prefer to do it in a month or so because of financials. And why not? I'd say go for it. That, I mean, like, if you don't get a Tofu, just get an Envoy. Both 65s and both can sound pretty good. I don't love the new Tofu cases, but if OG could be on a Sunday, that'd be great. Yeah, I can make sure. Dane, message me that on Discord just so I don't forget. Thank you guys so much. And no worries, dude. Anyways, that's it. That's pretty much my spiel with this keyboard. I think this probably will be on my desk for the next few days just because I like the way it looks. If you guys want to be wondering why I might be using this tomorrow, I love the way this thing looks. Like I said, it's very high on that line of looks. I just don't think the performance is quite what I want. Again, it's a bit stiffer. I know the Kohaku and even my Unicorn are a bit stiffer, but they kind of make up with like the sound profile being exactly what I want. But we'll see. How big is it actually? I mean, when you look at it from this perspective, the Class 60, which has big chunky bezels, is a 60. The Kohaku next to it, like it's big. Thicker side bezels, right? Definitely a bit bigger. So, if you really want to look at it from that perspective, it's bigger than this. I think this is bigger than the Sony. It's wider. The Geist is the same way. The Geist, from what I heard from the sound profiles, sounds not up my alley. It's very like old school metallic-y kind of thing, but I don't know. We'll see. All right, though, guys. that's pretty much the stream today. I hope this was insightful for anyone who wanted to pick this up. Note to the designers, I think you guys did a great job with the externals. I think this looks beautiful. It is genuinely a very pretty keyboard. Like, genuinely very pretty. And I would love to see more stuff coming from this design studio. Perhaps with different internals, if that's possible. I want to make that clear, that's all. I hope you guys have a good day. I hope everyone here does something really cool for the next few hours of Sunday. Let's see who we can go. Few hours of Sunday. Oh shit, too loud. Let's go raid Jay. Actually, let's go raid Marshmallow. Have I ever raided Marshmallow? I don't think I have. Copy. Slash raid. Slash, fingers in the wrong spot. Raid and then paste. All right, guys, enjoy Marshmallow stream. Take care. Have a good one. I'm probably gonna step out for a little bit and I'll be home soon. I'll post a schedule soon too. I'll see if I can move up the Cycle 7 build for you guys too. So we'll see. Take care, everyone. Love you guys. Peace out and can't wait to see you guys tomorrow. Bye, everybody.